And I was like, I didn't know how heavy we wanted to jump right into it. Because I know a lot of people are like, whoa,
Yeah.
what did I come
Yeah.
on to? Especially because it's my first time like promoting it on Facebook. But um last live, we wanted to really touch on the concept of death.
Yeah. The 2 different types of death.
The two different
Yes.
kinds of death.
Yes.
Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. Hold on. Because it's going to be deep, but at the same time, I want you to understand the concept of what we're sharing today. Okay. Because the first concept that we were talking about was like physical. And then the other concept is like the spiritual concept, right? Is that what
I
we
think
talked?
so. I think it's a good way to put it. Or if you're not spiritual, then just think about like the end of something that's not really a
End of a
death.
cycle.
End of a
Yes.
relationship,
Yeah.
end of a job, end of
Friendships.
something. Yeah, even end of like a I don't what you thought your life was gonna be about.
Yes.
Right? I thought I
Shedding.
was gonna have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 2 different the living death is what I was
The
calling it.
living
The
death.
living
That's what
death.
it was. The living death and
Yeah.
like the physical death,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because we were just talking about how you know, we have been okay, let me get my words together. I always say that I've lived 1,000 lives because I have literally done so many different things within my lifetime. And I'm only 31 years old, but it's like I have done an array of things that to most people, they don't understand. Like, how are you not working a job? Or, how are you like doing what you're doing? But it's just simply because I have gone through a lot of death and rebirth as far as shedding old versions of myself, constantly changing my environments, people that I'm around, things that I'm doing with myself, beliefs that I have. Like, I think I went through my first spiritual awakening in like uh, 2022, in all honesty, because that's when I was working my corporate job, and all of a sudden, I'm just going through all these life changes of like something in me is telling me I need to quit. Like, I need to quit, even though I don't have a backup plan. But I'm like, I'm trying to quit and go to Arizona, and I don't know why this sounds right, but I think I'm gonna do it. And like I put in my 2 weeks and I literally just like left with no plan of what I was doing. But I'm like, oh, like I feel on fire inside because I know that this is in alignment. But at the time, I'm not understanding this terminology and this way of thinking because my life has always been like structured. Like my household was very structured. It was always, you go to school, you get good grades, you get a good job, and that's what you stick to. So then when I'm like, I'm all of a sudden this soul that has turned around and I'm going the other way, and everybody's like, is she okay? Like, I think she's going through a midlife crisis and she got all this stuff going on. She's depressed, like labeling me, but I'm like, I'm actually not depressed. I'm just confused, like, because I don't want to do this stuff anymore. Like I'm literally just doing what feels good to me, but I'm not knowing that it feels good to me because I'm basing it off of everyone else's beliefs. And so it's like it was such a hard time finding that crowd of people that really understood what I was going through. And I had one friend during that time that was always answering my phone calls and like helping me with somatic breathing. That was my first intro to somatic therapy. But I had to go through that a lot because I would always have these out of body experiences. Like I'm constantly just feeling like I'm not myself. And I just don't know how to like explain it, but it was like reality was just different, like everything just seemed so fake. And I'm like going outside like this is the twilight zone. Like I don't know myself. I don't know what is going on. I was very confused, but the right person will always show up and help guide you on that experience. Because it's an everlasting experience, if I'm being honest. Um, Even today, I still have those moments of shedding, but I'm like more hip to it now. Like, okay, we're shedding that friend, we're shedding that one business idea that I had, but I allowed myself to experience it and then be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna move on. Or like when it comes to relationships with people, like it doesn't have to be bad blood. It can just be like, yeah, we're not aligning right now. So I'll circle back later. But some people are again not hip to that yet. So they're like, I don't know if I like you. It's like, okay, well that's also okay. We just don't align and that's fine. But I mean, that's really the aspect of when you're shedding in real life, right? It feels like a loss. And it can be very lonely and it's mourning people that are still alive or mourning your old self.